I was not supposed to fall for someone that everyone feels sorry for. People pity this person. I was not supposed to care about them. I did fall for someone that everyone feels sorry for. My name is Liam Carter. I build houses for a living. I like building houses because it's something that I am really good at. Building houses is what I do every day. I think building houses is a job because I get to see the houses I build. The houses I build are where people will live. This is not the kind of job you see in magazines. The kind of job I have is where you smell lumber before you even see the walls. The kind of job where mistakes cost money. The kind of job where silence is more useful than charm. I am 25 years old. I work as a framing carpenter, outside Portland, Oregon. I wake up before the sun comes up. I drink my coffee black. I always measure things twice because I do not like fixing things. I do framing carpentry outside Portland, Oregon. People call me slow. I do not like it when people call me slow. It hurts my feelings when people say that I am slow. People should not call me slow because it is not very nice. I wish people would stop calling me slow. Slow to talk. Slow to date. Slow to open up. People are right when they say that. The people who are saying this are not wrong. That is why the blind date really surprised me. The blind date was a surprise to me. I did not expect the blind date to turn out that way. The blind date was a surprise. Jake, my boss at work, is also the person who criticizes me the most. He is my closest friend too. One Thursday Jake caught up with me at work. Said, "Let us go have coffee for 1 hour. Do not worry, it is not a deal. If you come with me I will not bother you about the fact that you are going to die alone for a whole month." I should have said no. Peace sounded really nice to me. The idea of peace is something that I think about a lot. Peace is what I want for everyone. On Saturday night I went into a cute cafe on Alberta Street. The air smelled like cinnamon. They had all these chairs that did not match. There were also string lights that looked like they were trying not to flicker. That is when I saw the woman. The woman was sitting there. I noticed her. Claire. She was sitting by the window. She looked calm. Composed. Her eyes were already on me like she had been waiting for a time even longer than the clock showed. Next to her chair there was a wheelchair. The wheelchair was sleek and black. It was folded up neatly like it was something extra that people should not pay much attention to. The wheelchair was just sitting there beside her chair. I stopped walking because my feet were really tired and I needed to take a break. Walking can be fun. It is also very hard on the feet and legs. I was walking for a time and I just had to stop. My walking had to come to an end for a while. Not because of the chair. Because of her eyes. She smiled first. "You must be Liam." Her voice was not fragile. It was not apologetic. Her voice did not ask for permission. I sat down and my heart was beating fast. It was something that had not happened to me in a very long time. My heart was racing and I could feel it. It was a feeling, my heart racing like that. We had a conversation. We discussed the rain. We talked about our jobs. We also talked about art. The woman I was talking to told me that she draws pictures for children's books. Now she does it on the computer. She said this is because one of her hands is better at it than the hand. The woman said it in a casual way. It was like she was talking about the weather. She did not say it like it was a secret or anything. She just said it like it was a thing. The woman talked about her art and her job and the rain. She leaned back. Said, "You can ask, you know." She was talking about asking her something. The woman leaned back. Said, "You can ask, you know." Ask what? I want to know why I am sitting in this chair. I also want to know why Jake did not warn you about something. I am wondering why you are here with me. I thought for a moment. Then I said the honest thing I had, which was the truth about what I was really thinking, and that was the only thing that the situation called for, so I just said it, and that thing was the truth, and I said it because it was the only honest thing that I had. I do not need a reason to stay and drink this coffee. I just need a reason to hope that there will be another coffee. The coffee is what I am thinking about, and I want to know if I will have another coffee. The woman was completely shocked and surprised. She looked stunned. It was a real smile. It was not a smile that said I am just being nice to you. It was not a smile that said I am trying to make you think everything is okay when it is not. She just smiled because she was happy. The smile was genuine. When we said goodbye that night, the rain was making the streetlights all foggy. She said, "Tomorrow. Laurelhurst Park. Bring coffee." I went home. Something really scared me. The thing that I realized was really terrifying. I'm still thinking about the thing that I realized when I went home. For the time in years I was not thinking about escape. This is a deal for me because escape is something that is always on my mind. This time my mind was not on escape. I was not thinking about how to get from things. I was just living in the moment, and escape was not a thought. Escape, it seems, was not important to me at that time. I'm thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is really on my mind. I just cannot stop thinking about what I will do tomorrow. They thought someone was telling me things that were not true. I thought I was finally being shown what really happened. They did not believe me when I said I was being told the truth. I really thought I was getting the story. The truth is what I wanted to know, and I thought I was getting it. The park smelled like wet grass and cedar. Clara was lying beside me on the path. She had her tablet on her lap and a stylus in her hand. The stylus was moving around as she drew the light and the shadows and the moments that most people did not notice. Clara was talking about the accident. She did not talk about what happened during the accident. She talked about what happened after the accident. She talked about going to rehab. She talked about being really angry. Clara talked about learning how to live with a body that Clara could not control like Clara used to. People think that being paralyzed is the thing that can happen to you. It is not. What really hurts is the way people stop looking at you like you're still a person. They stop seeing the you. I paid attention to what was being said. I did not interrupt. I did not reassure the person. The person was not reassured by me. I failed to reassure the person about the situation with the thing that was bothering them. The thing that was bothering them was still on their mind because I did not reassure them. I do not feel sorry for them. The people in question, I do not feel sorry for the people. That really seemed to matter more than anything. It was the thing that mattered the most to me that seemed to matter more than anything. We kept running into each other. Then we started having coffee. After that we went for walks. The walks turned into us going to concerts. I remember this one time we were at a show outside. I saw people talking to each other in hushed voices. They would look at her chair. It was like they did not like it being there. People were staring at her chair. It seemed to bother them that it was even there. We were at this concert and people were whispering to each other looking at her chair like it was doing something wrong just by being there. Clara noticed that too. The woman just stopped talking all of it. She went quiet. We got up. Left the house early. That night she sent me a message that said, "People think that you were tricked into this thing. They really believe that someone tricked you into doing this. The thing is, people think you did not know what you were getting into when you did this. They think someone tricked you into this." I replied, "People think a lot of things. People are usually wrong." That is when things changed. Because not everyone was wrong quietly. This guy at work made a joke. He said, "So you are dating a girl who's half paralyzed now? What a charity case." Someone else at work started laughing. Something inside of me just snapped. I told them they cannot talk about her. They should not speak about her like that. People looked at me like I had done something that everybody knows not to do. They stared like I had broken some kind of rule. That night Clara finally said the words that she had been carrying inside her for long. Clara had been wanting to say these words for a long time and now she finally did. The words that Clara said that night were the words that she had been thinking about for long. She said that I do not have to stay. She said it very quietly. If this is people feeling sorry for me, I do not want that. I want people to treat the situation with respect, not sympathy. The situation is what it is. People should deal with it in a straightforward way. I do not need people feeling sorry for me, I need people to be honest about the situation. If this is pity, I do not want it, I want respect for the situation and for me. I looked at her, I really took the time to look at her. I said that I am not here because you need help. I am here because you do not treat me like I am broken just because I am a person. You see, being quiet is a part of who I am and I really like that you do not make me feel like there is something wrong with being quiet. I feel happy when I am around you because you treat me like a person, not like I am broken or anything. The quiet people like me, we are just quiet, that is all." The woman did not cry. The woman just nodded her head. That is when I figured out something that is really bad. I was not the one who was being deceived. The world was. They mocked her weakness, until she exposed their lies. The hearing was public. Executives, lawyers, press. They expected Clara to crumble. Instead, she rolled into the room like she owned it. She spoke calmly, clearly. She presented evidence. She named names. And when one executive implied she was emotionally compromised, she responded with something that silenced the room. "I lost the ability to walk," she said. "Not the ability to think." The story exploded. The company settled. The executives resigned. The AI replacement was scrapped. And suddenly the same people who pitted her wanted her endorsement. She refused. Weeks later we sat in the park again. She looked at me and said, "They think you stayed out of guilt." I smiled. "Let them." Then she said quietly, "You weren't tricked into dating me, Liam?" I nodded. "No. I was lucky enough to meet you." She reached for my hand, firm, certain. The world hadn't changed overnight. But something important had. Respect replaced pity. Truth replaced silence. And love replaced fear.